Hello, this is David Redekop, and I'm with Adam Networks, and want to record this public service announcement. And even though I'm traveling, I did not feel that we could wait to send this out. And so, what I'll share with you real quick is an actual example of a DocuSign threat that I received. And just to be clear, DocuSign isn't the problem. They are such a well-recognized brand that attackers use the brand in order to entice you to click the next step. So I'm going to show you an example of an email we received, how it actually works, how Adam 1 protects the intended victims, how the attack chain likely started, and how to prevent your account from being the starting point of an attack chain. And then finally, the FBI warning and how it connects, even though it sounds different, how it's the same issue. So this is the actual message that I received myself. And you can see that it links to a document that is open to anyone, that when you click on it, it actually opens up a link to OneDrive. Now, in my case, OneDrive.live.com is on my allow list, even though a lot of the times on policies, anything tagged as personal storage is likely not allowed. In my case, it is. But you'll see how the attack chain involves a number of steps. So far, I am following the attack chain, and I'm able to get there. And now, if I click on where it says kindly click here to view the document, and I select that, you'll notice that at this point, it attempts to redirect me to a place that has the final payload. And that payload, that destination, is actually what a lot of the public warnings are about, where things like free file converters are there to entice you to download them. But this is at the point where the Adam 1 protection says on a zero trust connectivity policy, that destination is not known. It's got no known existing reputation. In fact, even with Google Safe Browsing and all of the threat intelligence used up until this point, there's nothing bad known about this destination, but there's also nothing good known about it. And so that is why when I do a request unblock, I simply get that request being completely rejected. Now, how this whole attack started in this case is the Outlook.com account that sent it to me was actually compromised. So the attacker then harvested the address book and then utilized that mailbox to actually send out those convincing emails to intended phishing victims. Now, the victims, as you saw in my screenshot, don't show any Gmail or Outlook warning that this is a spam message because it was actually properly authenticated. Now, what you can do to protect yourself, in the past, we've talked about how multi-factor authentication is super important, and it still is. And we always said that SMS-based 2FA is better than no MFA. And having a token is better than having SMS. But honestly, those two methods are now so often circumvented by leading the intended victim to put in their code in a proxy site that actually ends up sending the token to the attacker. And so those are no longer as safe as they used to be. However, what you can do now still is to be 100% certain there's no known circumvention attempts is to use a hardware YubiKey. It's also a passkey, but we call a hardware key a sovereign passkey because it gives you the maximum amount of protection. So any online account, whether it's Gmail, G Suite, whether it's Outlook or Hotmail or an Office 365 account, it's really, really important that you protect your cloud accounts with a hardware token, because Adam 1 service or any on-prem security appliance has no way of protecting what you have in the cloud, but your key can do that for you. And then finally, this is the link that I'll share with you that you can go and verify directly, and you'll notice that articles like this refer to not utilizing the file converters. But you'll notice that our focus is much earlier on in the attack chain. Why only focus on the final intent when we can actually reverse the tables of a traditional attacker that has the adversary used to have the advantage by just introducing more steps? Let's flip that around. That's what we've done. Make that your advantage by just stopping that attack much earlier in the chain, by just going with a stronger security posture. So this is us just working to protect people. Thanks, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.